majority of them are gonna look like you Jakes. So they're gonna be like, rah, then who are you, man? You know, you're meant to be going with them. But if you're still here, we need to find out who you are. So now they're gonna use social security number. They're gonna put all of that on the chip, man. Let them know. And you're gonna have a choice. You either take the chip and be part of the system so they can know who you are for international security, or if you refuse the chip, like we said, guillotine. And this is because the guillotines are already ready. They're already there.
They're in receipts. They got receipts.
So this is not a game. Exactly. It's not a game. You know? Because now that the channels are going, now that the famine of the word is here, the Most High is literally, you know, rubbing his fingers now. Getting ready to pinch the grape in 2 Esdras 1:22. And then the cluster, the multitude can perish. Just like he said.
Not to mention the EU were not a part of it.
Well, there you go. That's a major sign as well. There you go. So everything has been put in place for this thing to go down. That's why they set up a space force now, man. Why? Because they're going to be monitoring the activities because the chariots are already there, man.
See loads
on
of them,
standby.
They see loads of them, man.
The chariots are already there. So after they see these terrible sightings come and take you Israelites, the ones of you that don't get taken, you're in a lot of trouble.
That's right.
Because the prophecy said what? The devil went out to make war with the woman, right?
Yeah.
And the remnant of her seed. Why did it say remnant? The ones of you that get left behind. Esau's gonna play with you, man. And a lot of you in the Christian church, I can't wait to see my Jesus someday and all that shit. You're gonna snap out of that, man. Because the death the Lord is bringing. Some of you are gonna say, let's go back to what our forefathers. Let's go back and worship wood and stone. And if that doesn't work, then you're just gonna become an atheist. Okay? Because the reason why they're doing that is because they think that's where the power is right now. Because you know how people are opportunists. They go where the power is, right? So when they start being afflicted, they'll be like, "Rah, Jesus can't be real, man, because I'm catching hell." Because a lot of them go to church because they say, "Ah, I got a nice job, I got a nice car, I got a beautiful family because of Jesus." They give all the glory to Jesus. So now the Most High is gonna afflict you. So now you're gonna be like, you know, Jake. Now, Jake, you know how Jake is carnal. So once they start getting afflicted, they're gonna be like, "To hell with Jesus, man. I don't want to worship Jesus no more. Jesus is nothing but pain." Because that's what they said about the Lord. The Lord is grievous. It's grievous to worship the Lord. So now let's go and worship Jesus now. So now the Lord is going to make it grievous to worship Jesus. And now what are you going to do? So which one did you have? Yeah, up to go finish the precept. Revelation 7 and I think 4.
Bring it out.
Yeah, 7, yeah, read 7. What did you, have you read it yet? Oh, you didn't get it yet? Alright, start from the top.
Revelation 7 and 1.
Yeah.
And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth.
Right, 4 angels, alright? 4, number 4, keep that in mind.
Holding the 4 winds of the earth,
right?
That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Right.
And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living Yahweh.
Notice it says the seal from the east. Now we know lightning comes from the east. Right. We know the sun rises from the east.
Right.
We know Yahweh is going to, the first place he's going to touch when he comes into this realm is the east, which is where the Jerusalem is, where the 𝐤𝐄ℎ. Okay, because that's where the capital city is situated, right at the east. That's like the entry point into the planet Earth. Because when the Most High started, you know, in order to construct a circle, get me Isaiah 40 and 22. Isaiah 40 and 22. Get that. In order to construct a circle, you need to start from the middle, and then you spread it out. That was the first land that got created. That's the choice land. That's why that is the chosen land. That's why whoever occupies that land controls the whole world. Because really, that's the capital city of the world, really.
Right.
Jerusalem is the mother of us all, right?
That's why they always try and fight all these campaigns to fight
Exactly.
for Jerusalem. Yeah.
So the Jerusalem is the center point of the planet Earth. That's the entry point into this planet. If you want to come into the planet Earth, because this ain't the only planet out here, there's billions and billions of planets out there. Earth is just one of them. That's under the perspective right now, which is going to be in subjection to 𝤉𝐵𝐻𝐻 soon. You know, like Pokemon, when you're collecting the badges, this is basically the last badge, the Earth badge. He's going to collect it and he's going to have it in his archive and be like, yeah, I got the Earth badge now. You know, it's like a collection piece, you know. Esau likes to collect articles, isn't it? Who made Esau? The Most High. Exactly. So this is, you know, one of the stones, like Thanos, when he had the stones, he needed a soul stone. But in order to get the soul stone, he had to give up who? His daughter. The Most High had to give up 𝤉𝐻𝐻 to get the earth stone. So now he's going to get the earth stone. And when he puts that infinity gauntlet on, a lot of you are going to turn into dust. And it's funny because Esau steals all these ideas from the Bible.
That's right. Everything.
Read that.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 22.
You know?
It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth.
Did you hear that? The circle. That's why there can't be 29.5 days in a month. It doesn't even make sense. How does that even mathematically make sense? If the earth is a circle and the area of a circumference totality is 360 degrees, common sense tells you there has to be 30 within the 12 months of the year. Because 12 times 30 is 360, right? 36.
They don't understand the previous thing.
But you know what, yeah? Let's not go back to kindergarten. A lot of them graduated with fake degrees, man.
Bring it out.
But when we retested you, you failed the test. Because you're going around trying to teach people 29.5. How does that even, how can there even be a 0.5 day? Has there ever been a day where there wasn't a night? Or has there ever been a night where there wasn't a day?
I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe it.
It says the evening and the morning was the first day. There's 12 hours in the day, there's 12 hours in the night. Boy, it's unbelievable, man. And they got away with it. They slipped under the radar with this. Because now that we're off the YouTube, yeah, a lot of people missed out on that knowledge. They're still following a dark moon, which you can't see. When the new moon is the crescent. In order to see the crescent, you need a diligent moon watcher. Because the Lord flashes you the crescent and he takes it away. So if you miss it, and even if you do miss the crescent, you can still work it out. Because the full moon will tell you that's day 14, man. Let's go.
Isaiah 40, verse 22. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers. And the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers.
Hey, that's why you gotta be humble, man. All this pride with your chest out. The Lord is looking at you like you're a grasshopper. You know how Esau be flying around with his stealth bombers and that? The Most High is like, look at this little grasshopper, man. He's like, nah, I won't squash you yet because I want you to take out some people with you before I squash you. Because really, that's what he's doing. The Lord set up Esau to draw a third part of the heavens, man. 2/3 gas to go. That's a lot of bodies. If Israel is as the sand of the sea, the Most High set up Esau to help him do the job. Because Esau is here to take as many people as he can with him. He's not going down by himself, you know. Really, Esau is obeying the commandment of the Lord.
Of course.
Because Esau is keeping the law of sin better than you Israelites are keeping the law of life.
Exactly.
He's doing his job. He was set up to be the wicked, and he's doing it perfectly. So if anything, he needs to receive an award before he gets destroyed. Because he's done his job properly. A crown of slavery, that's what he's going to receive, man. You know how they elect the crown of glory? He needs to get his crown of slavery, man.
Put some thorns.
Badge of dishonor.
Yeah, read that. That's stretching out. And the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers.
Right.
That stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain.
Right. And he stretcheth out the earth. Did you hear that? The earth can expand. The heavens, what they call space, is just the reason why they call it space is because you can't measure. It's just out there. You know, like they say, what's your measurements? Bruv, I'm just out there. To infinity and beyond. You can't measure it, man. The same way you can't catch the air in your hand. You can't measure the Most High's mansion.
Exactly.
That's why Yahushua said what? Precept there. Precept, yeah. John, get that as your day. John 14 and 2. Get what he said regarding that. He said that, man. He said, in my Father's house, hey, look, man, you ain't even got a clue what is in my Father's house.
Right. I got a precept, brother. It's the book of John. It's the book of John, chapter 14 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
In my Father's house.
And what's his Father's house? You know when Esau uses the telescope to look in, and you'll be like, oh, that's planet Mars. That's planet Neptune. That's planet Uranus. Okay? Yeah, you're going to get a missile in Uranus. Read that. And you notice the missiles are shaped like a penis as well. And since you want to be a faggot, the Most High is going to shove it up Uranus. So read that.
In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you.
He wouldn't say that. It's endless space out there. Okay? It's endless space out there, man. You can't measure it. Esau would say a trillion. How do you even put a figure to that? That's a lie. Even the Lord told you can't even measure the earth. The earth can't even be measured.
Hey, we'd like to ask Esau what contraption or what sort of instrument he used to measure those things.
Did he use a ruler? Did he use a laser? What did he use to measure the earth, man? Because even you know those guys that dive into the ocean, I've forgotten what their names are. Scuba divers. They'll tell you that they haven't even discovered more than 2% of it. And even that 2% is a lie. I don't even think they've discovered 0.0001%. Because no one seems to know where Leviathan is, man. And he keeps snatching planes out in the Bermuda Triangle, but they still can't find him. They put a camera down there to try and take a picture of him, and he bit the wire off, man. So it shows he's even more intelligent than you know, scuba diving guys with all their technology and that. They have fish here that make their own light because it's dark down there. So they have fish. Like there was a Pokemon called Lantern. You brothers don't play Pokemon, but
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, man. He looks like a sea snake.
Yeah, like Lantern. Yeah. He's got like a light on top of his head. There's animals like that.
They know, even not just even like they make their own lights. There's actually like creatures down there that's bigger than obviously like the ones that like close to the shores of the island. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because apparently they say that the further you go, it does something to their body that makes them larger. So you know what I mean?
And also the pressure down there is so intense.
Right.
If you go any further than a couple meters, whatever goes down there, the pressure will cause it to explode.
Right.
But you have fish that can survive that. And it tells you Leviathan's his fins are so tightly together that even air can't pass through that, man. Okay? So this guy is a moving submarine, man. And Esau can't even figure him out. And then you've got another one. They call him the Bigfoot. They can't even figure out where he is. So Esau hasn't discovered anything, man. He's just lying to everybody. The same way he lied about the new moon is the dark shit, yeah? He lied about him measuring he hasn't even discovered what is on this planet. Do you know how big this planet Earth is? They're only in a little, you know when you go to the North Pole, they have like an ice wall. There's a whole nother piece of land behind them. They can't even get past the ice wall. They shot a missile through it. Yeah, these devils are stupid, you know. They want to break the ice wall down so they can see whatever land is behind on the other side. So they shot a missile through it.
They call it Operation Fishbowl.
Oh, okay. So this is what I'm saying. You see, these devils, hey, that's why they're called devil. The word devil is not a red guy with a pitchfork and horns. Devil means deceiver. He's deceived everyone. That's all he's done. You know The Wizard of Oz? That was the first movie to be published in color. Look it up. What was the moral behind the story? The little man hiding behind the curtain, giving them an illusion that he's this big, monstrous, powerful being. That's easy, right? But yeah, all they had to do was pull the curtain aside and they saw this little man just standing there. That's all it is, man.
That's the same way the Lord is going to pull Esau's skirt.